Welcome to the Chiddix Junior High School IMC. These are the doors. Straight down there is the office if you head straight, and if you go directly left after the doorway, that's the front doors. She leaves a basket outside the IMC so that on hours that it's not open or there's a class in there, kids can drop off any books to return. And then also has her schedule posted. And then this is the keypad that teachers can get in. When you enter the library directly to the left, you can see the book return in the desk and also where Mrs. Glatt sits to check out books. If we continue around left, she puts any new reads on these shelves, and typically this is the fiction side, and then just slightly over is the nonfiction side, which she doesn't have out right now. Normally, the seating area is a little more spread out, and she has some flexible seats. But tomorrow is a faculty meeting in the library, and we just got done with our Scholastic Book Fair, so her library is a little crowded today. Behind those boxes, I will show you, is some more flexible seating that are built in along the windows. Kids like to crawl under to read and on top of to read, so that's fun. And then along the windows, you find some DVD collections that teachers can use for various topics. And as we head down more, that turns into some games that you can check out from the library. And then she has some space that she's planning on working with, some supplies down here. There are some teacher manuals to check out, and she even has notice and note, so she's very current on what she brings. And there's some books on top you can see that she's weeded out. She typically gives teachers, the ELA teachers, a chance to look through first. And then she and I are putting together a look for a book, our book club, which I'll talk about in a minute, and Not in Our School and GSA are going to put together some and hide them around town. If you want more information about that, you can ask me or go to Look for a Book, the number 4, on Facebook. Make sure you're on the one that's for Blono when you read the information, and let me know if you have any questions. We'd love for people to join. And then starting here, she has all the fiction, and you know it's fiction. She tells the kids the letters up above is the corresponding letter to the last name of the author, and that goes all around the outside of the room, A through Z. I'm going to try not to move too fast so I don't make any of you sick. So she has that set up, and along with that, several items are up there as decoration that show her personality, so the kids get to know her quite well. And then these center areas are for nonfiction and some other specialty areas, so let me show you that. We have all nonfiction here, and it is broke down into topics. So all the sports are together, and then within all the sports, all of the baseball are together. And then we come over here, and she has picture books to check out. Most often, it's the teachers checking them out to use as mentor texts for things we do. And then on this other side, she has a new section this year. We had it always, but it's grown. We have 2 areas now for books in Spanish, another area for books in French, and then still growing are books in Chinese. We are an ESL school, so it's pretty great to be able to have this, and it takes some pressure off the teachers in the classroom because we can just let them check out from here, and she keeps it pretty updated. Our ESL department has won a grant 2 years in a row now, and so they keep filling it. It's pretty awesome. And then here, our poor empty shelves is for a reason. Here's the Coddle nominees. So there's 20, and this is all she's got in right now because everyone takes them. We work real hard to promote those. I read them for First Chapter Fridays too. And that is going to be the name of our book club that Michelle Glatt and I started together. Starts this week on Thursday, so we're super excited. We're going to meet every Thursday after school. That way the entire student body can be part of it. And it's called Coddle and More. So you don't have to be reading a Coddle. You can read something else. We're going to have some time to chat about what we're reading and some cookies and just an opportunity to read. So we'll get all comfy cozy, play some nice music, and just sit and read. And then the kids, for our first meeting, we're going to talk to the students and find out if they'd like it to be more, if they really want to do book talks, or what they'd like to do, how they'd like to run it, because it's going to be their club. We swing on the other side, and we have a lot of graphic novels and manga available. And that goes all the way down through here, and then we start with some high interest. So these are books that my 6th graders are frequenting currently. It's a little more of a comfort level for them because they are smaller chapter books, more of a 4th, 5th grade level, and some that they were reading series of already before they came over. So this semester, definitely an option here, and then I highly encourage them to step out. But it is nice to have these for some of the IEP kiddos and other students who really struggle with reading. So when you come back, the center area of the library is all tables, and normally she's got them in a much more fun arrangement, but like I said, we have meetings tomorrow, so this is set up for those. But she has table groups, and we always do great activities when it is our day to come to the IMC, which PSA, which was every week. If we would have full-time librarians in Unit 5, that would be an option. But we don't, and so Michelle splits her time between here and Evans. So we fill out a calendar of when we can come, and it averages about to be once every other week for me, but sometimes a little longer, depending on what's happening. But we always do an activity. So I can bring kids up or let them come up to check out books anytime. But for sure, on our scheduled day, Michelle and I work together on what's happening in the classroom in that moment or what needs I see for my readers. And then she has a lesson that she works out to share with them. And she always checks it with me. They're fabulous lessons. She's got a gift. And the kids always love them, and we can use them to reflect back on. So, love our time in the library. The children love it. And then normally there is a big LED board. So when you first enter the library, because we're back around now, there's the desk and the doors. There's an LED board that sits right here and welcomes you to the IMC and tells you to check on the Google Classroom page and the Instagram page and the Twitter page and the Facebook page. So social media, I could have just said. And normally we don't have students sit here, but there's flyers or information for them on this table. And then the round table set over here is the OPAC computers, so they can check for books in the library. They can also check on their own computers because Michelle has worked it out. I can't even keep track. I have a list, but there's a number of resources that she teaches the students to use, both in Chiddix and within the public library system in town, that give them an opportunity to find books as ebooks, as audiobooks, or a hard copy. So never an excuse not to be able to find something, and typically if there's a specific book a child's looking for, it's pretty rare for them not to be able to get it in some way, shape, or form. Novelist is one of the options. The Bloomington and Normal Public Library pages have their own audio and ebooks. In addition to that, they're on Hoopla and more. There's just more. So she's always giving them enough opportunity. And then she does have the ability of having a smart board in the IMC, so we can do lessons on that also, and that's how she shows them the online resources. This is the first year she did an IMC Google Classroom page, and it's been really great to get the messages out to kids when there's new books or the book fair or any information that she wants to get out to them, directly to the students that way, because she does also email parents, but ultimately, by this level, we really want the students to be taking care of that. So the only other thing is there's this little secret room back here where Michelle can check in new books and deal with old books coming out. And it's not organized right now. She's probably going to kill me for showing you all this, but she had to put everything in here for the meeting tomorrow. Oh, super cool thing she did for the book fair. She got 5, looks like 5. She went from 3 to 4, and now it looks like 5. Ordered copies of Guts, which she knew would be super popular with the kids. So when they came up for their book fair day, they all got to put their name into a drawing so that they could be the first ones to check it out. So she's going to pull names on Tuesday and announce those, and then have the books delivered to them during 6th hour, which is super cool. So they're super excited about that. Those who couldn't afford to buy it still have an opportunity. So anyway, her little world behind the scene in here. And really hope you enjoyed the tour of the library. I'm going to head on out and just show you one final thing. She keeps track of all the things she's read this year here, so kids can see. They can ask her. And this is just another little PSA for our book club.